Tune in, turn up, it's time to go. Deep talks and a crazy show. It's Toon Along, yeah, you know the name. Big ideas, fun and games. Hit that play, don't miss a beat. This is the podcast where we all meet.
Oh, it's good to be back, everybody. It's Saturday morning. Saturday morning doesn't get any better than this, right? It's been so long. It's been so long since I woke up on a Saturday morning to watch some cartoons. I'm feeling great today. I'm feeling excited. Working on some YouTube videos. But let's get to it. We're going to watch an episode today of Duck Dodgers. I guess this is season 3, episode 6. There's 2 parts, and it's separated for me. So we're going to watch part A and part B. Part A is called Diamond Boogie. And part B is called, wait for it, it's called Corporate Pigfall. Nice. Here we go. We're going to start with the first part here. If you guys can cue up your episode, or if you can find season 3, episode 6, they're probably back to back together, just the way it's supposed to be. But we're going to go ahead and start it here in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, I need volume. I need some volume. Much better. So we got the intro coming in here. Let me cue you guys up on what I'm seeing. Or you can hear it yourself. There's DD right there. He just put his belt buckle. And there's Daffy Duck. That's a cool drawing of Daffy Duck. Daffy Duck. Yeah, but obviously everybody knows this. I mean, everybody. This is a play, a little bit of a pun, if you will, on Buck Rogers in the 21st century? I don't know. But Buck Rogers, I actually met that guy in Comic-Con. Really cool dude. You know how when you go to a Comic-Con, you have to pay money to take a picture or even talk to somebody sometimes. But Buck Rogers, whatever his name is, I don't remember his name. But Buck Rogers is actually a really cool cat. He granted me permission to speak to him. No, we actually spoke for like 5 minutes and took a picture with him. He was a very nice guy. Very humble. Not like a lot of Hollywood schweppes out there. I don't know how you can become that way. If you were, like, if somebody was, I mean, unless you're in a bubble with all those famous people, and then it kind of rubs you the right way, right? Oh, that's a cool character. See, I used to watch this show. I don't remember where he used to play. I want to say Teletoon. YTV for myself. But when this show played, it was actually a really good show. They had the N64 game. I remember that. I remember playing it on emulator. Because how are you going to get all the N64 games? It's pretty tough, right? But I just wanted to play the Duck Dodgers game. It's actually a really fun game. Really well done. And Daffy Duck's a really funny character. I think they changed him a little bit for this show. I'm just speculating, but I believe Daffy Duck became a little bit more kooky or crazy in this. And then you've got the Martian. Is it Martian Manhunter? Another cool guy. All these cool characters from, Warner Brothers from back in the day, rehashing them, into their own little spin-off shows. And there's Porky Pig. Porkins! Yeah. He's definitely a good sidekick for Daffy Duck. I don't know why, but when I see this combination, this dual combination right here, kind of reminds me of Shake and Meatwad. But Shake, no, sorry, not Shake. Yeah, Shake. Shake is an asshole. Like a pure asshole. He's evil, completely evil. And Meatwad is kind of like Porky Pig. He's an idiot, just a piece of meat. Doesn't really know what's going on with himself and being taken advantage of. But obviously this is to a lighter degree. But just get that resemblance. Oh, so this is an episode, Diamond Boogie. Let's take a look. Let's go on the old wiki. Take a look at what Duck Dodgers. What's new with Duck Dodgers? Like I said, it's been a while since I watched this episode. Woke up this morning. I felt great. Felt like coming downstairs and just watching a random show. I honestly didn't know what I was going to watch. It went alphabetically and Duck Dodgers popped up. And I said, why not? It's a good show. It's a classic. I'm sure there's a lot of characters that from the Warner Brothers universe that probably make an appearance in this. I would have to imagine so, right? Like Bugs Bunny's got to make an appearance, right? Okay, let's take a look. Okay, Duck Dodgers is the metafictional star of a series of cartoons produced by Warner Brothers, okay, featuring Daffy Duck in the role of science fiction hero. His first appearance in the 1953 cartoon short Duck Dodgers in the 24th and a half century, created by Chuck Jones as a spoof of the popular Buck Rogers in the 25th centuries, and Flash Gordon's science fiction serials. Well, that's serials. That's got to be a typo. Series, right? Of the 1930s, casting the brash, egomaniac Daffy Duck as the hero of the story. As of 2003, it is available on DVD, compilation Looney Tunes Golden Collection Volume 1. So they wait. Let's go to Amazon. You're telling me there's no Duck Dodgers DVD complete series? It's part of the Looney Tunes Golden thing? Hang on a sec. I highly doubt it. Yeah, okay, they have it. Yeah, here it is. Duck Dodgers, the complete third season. Oh, they haven't made a complete box set for this? Well, get on that. Come on, Warner Brothers. Get the Duck Dodgers complete series on Blu-ray, whatever you want to whatever disc you want to put it out. That's cool. So they have season 1, you got season 2, and then season 3. Okay. I mean, it's not that easy to get if you look at it. It's not that easy to get. But it's enjoyable nonetheless. And you got Looney Tunes back in action. According to Wikipedia, that was the last appearance of Mr. Daffy Duck. Which is kind of funny. So there hasn't been a Warner Brothers movie with all those characters in a while. So, Duck Dodgers sequels. The first sequel, also produced by Chuck Jones and with Mel Blanc. Ah, cool. Mel Blanc was in this as well. But wait, this is the old... Okay, yeah, this is the old stuff from 1980. But what about the Duck Dodgers we're watching right now? When did that come out? I want to say that's not that old. I mean, this is a 90s show. Why do they keep telling me this is from the 80s? Okay. 2004. Does that make sense? I'm really confused, guys. I'm having a hard time figuring out when this show came out. Or are there Okay, here we go. The second short, titled Marvin the Martian in the Third Dimension, was a 3D cartoon. Further appearances. Okay, you know what we're going to do? Duck Dodgers. Let's see what it says. You guys using DuckDuckGo? You should get on that. DuckDuckGo is starting to get a little bit better. 1953. Okay. Produced by Warner Bros. From 2003 to 2005. So it's based on the theatrical cartoon short Duck Dodgers in the 24th and a half century. Animation from 2003 to 2005. The series is comic science fiction featuring the fictional Looney Tune characters and metafictional roles. In metafictional roles. With Daffy Duck as the title character, it originally aired on Cartoon Network and Boomerang. All right. So Cartoon Network came out with this in 2003, 2005. What does the 1953 one look like? Let's take a look. 1953 Duck Dodgers. I should have probably typed it in the 24th and a half century. Okay, it looks pretty similar. The art is not as... Well, it is. I mean, if this is the actual screenshot from the show, it looks pretty similar. Not gonna lie. Very cool. Okay, a little clip right here. I'm gonna try and turn down the volume and see. Let's take a look. How are you guys doing, by the way? Hope you guys are having a good Saturday, starting off the weekend nicely on the right foot with a little bowl of cereal. Of course, that's the way to go, right? Okay. It looks like a Warner Brothers, like a regular Warner Brothers show from back in the day, but with Duck Dodgers. Now I'm going to go back, just kind of put them side by side. Oh, we got some funky cops hanging upside down. All right. Honestly, they look so similar. I think the costume design's a little bit different. He's got, I don't know if he has that hood on his back, on his the back of his head. They may have, yeah, I think they changed a bit of his design from the original. But still, really cool concept, really cool universe. And let's get back to the show here. So, this is episode 6 of season 3, Diamond Boogie. And next episode we're going to do a two-parter. It's fitting because that's how they came out with it back in the day. Oh, look at that 3D animated car. This looks exactly like Funky Cops. I mean, they're going with the San Francisco Boogie, Starsky and Hutch. This probably came out around the same time as Starsky and Hutch. But what's the original? Like, I mean, the original would have been Starsky and Hutch from the 70s, right? I think it's from the 70s. But the Starsky and Hutch movie comes out. And then what was the spinoff? See, I don't know much about this. I probably should, but I don't fucking give a shit. But at the end of the day, it just feels good to sit down, lie down, relax, and watch a cartoon on a Saturday morning of all days. Of course, by the time I upload this, it'll probably be in the afternoon. But you get the idea, right? And maybe tonight or tomorrow morning we'll do a Sunday morning special. I'm thinking, for Sunday morning, and nothing better than the Hanna-Barbera classics, right? Rocky Bullwinkle, all those ones. There's so many, and there's a lot that a lot of people, even including myself, haven't even heard of, like B and C series type things, like character spin-offs from Rocky and Bullwinkle, stuff like that. I remember seeing stuff like different shows of different varieties. Varieties. Okay. Oh, their guns are melting. Whoa! Who is this guy? Oh, look at his shoes. Get kicked in the face with those shoes. It's time to boogie around. Just these characters are really cool. I want to say, I don't know why, but I want to say, did Paul Dini have anything to do with this? I'm just speculating. Because he worked on Tiny Toon Adventures. I'm wondering if he had a little bit of a spiel in this. Love Paul Dini, creator of Harley Quinn from the Batman animated series. He should get way more credit. He should get credited way more for the creation of that character. He probably does, but give him some more. Let's see. Duck Dodgers 2003. I think this episode, though, came out in maybe 2004, 2005. This is later on. How many seasons of this show? How many seasons? I gotta find out. 1 second. Okay, 3 seasons, 39 episodes. Oh, producers, Paul Dini. That I don't know why, but when I was watching just that one scene with all the character designs, guys, that's the end of the episode. Let's go ahead and I will get back into it. That's the end of the episode. I just want to queue up the next episode right away, so you guys aren't fiddling around with your wieners. Go ahead and click Season 3, Episode 6B, titled Corporate Pigfall, if you can get it. All right, we're going to start it. I'm queuing it up here. In 3, 2, 1, play. Corporate Pigfall, Chapter 2801, Captain's Log. Nice. Just cool seeing that CG just a little bit. Not too much, but just a little bit. Like that car in the last episode and the spaceship here. But yeah, getting back to, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Who cares? Porky Piggins here looks like the original Porky Pig from the 1950s version. But the costume here that Daffy Duck is wearing is a new concept from the looks of it. He doesn't have a like kind of a hood on his head with a little antenna sticking off his head. But I feel like in the video game he did, the N64 one. I don't remember. All I remember is downloading an emulator for the N64. Okay, this is way back. This is maybe like 10 years ago, 12 years ago. Back when they had Project 64, like the first beta version of it. And just trying out a whole bunch of games, seeing what worked. And I just remember Daffy Duck, Duck Rogers, being one of the best games, being one of the better looking games on emulator. And I don't know if that's just me, but I don't know if it still stands the test of time, 10 years. But that's what I remember. I remember enjoying that game. And the show, for what it was, I don't remember it. I don't remember it that well. I remember it being. I remember the characters. I remember he's in space going on adventures, but I don't remember a single episode. I don't remember other characters other than the ones I named. But just a nice show to have in the inventory and the repertoire to pull out once in a while. And if you guys have never seen this show, I definitely recommend giving it a shot. If you're not big on Warner Brothers and, Daffy Duck and Tweety Bird and all that stuff, I would say give this show a try because it is completely different from any other Warner Brothers stuff that they've done. I mean, it's along, I would say, going with Paul Dini, it's along the lines of more of Tiny Toon Adventures. It's got that feel, that flow, the constant comedy. It's fresh. It's refreshing for a Warner Brothers show. Let's put it that way. And I really would like to see more of it. I'd like to see more spin-offs of Warner Brother characters. I'm trying to think who. What about that Wile E. like Roadrunner and the Coyote? That was a great. Those were great little sequences, right? So I'm mistaken. Warner Brothers did have some good stuff. The classics. They're great shows nonetheless. But when they've been on the air for 50 years, at a certain point they get a little stale. So you try to revitalize them. But Warner Brothers definitely has a good depth and inventory of characters when you think of Space Jam and you think of what they did there. Speaking of Space Jam, they're coming out with a second Space Jam, right? The one with LeBron James. Are they going to have the Warner Brother characters in there? I actually don't know. I think so, right? I seem to remember seeing something about Lola Bunny. So yeah, they probably are having the... It's just funny because back when Space Jam came out, the first one with Michael Jordan, it was really Bugs Bunny and Michael Jordan. They were the two headline characters. But this time it just feels like Bugs Bunny's not even there. It's just LeBron James and his group there, all his friends in the movie. I mean, I'm definitely gonna watch it. I'm gonna give it a shot. But I got a feeling it's probably not gonna be as good as the original. That's just me. Nothing against LeBron James and all that, but when you sell yourself out to China, it's kind of hard to enjoy a sellout, right? Michael Jordan, love him to death. Definitely the GOAT in my books, and I hope for you guys as well, because nobody likes a sellout like LeBron James in my books. And it's appropriate for this episode, right? We got Corporate Pigfall, so got me thinking. Hopefully you guys are thinking too. If not, just keep watching another episode. Hey, that's Tweety Bird. Is that Tweety Bird? The corporation. That is Tweety Bird. Doesn't look like him though. What does Tweety Bird actually look like? No, that's not Tweety Bird. God, it looks like him though. What does Tweety Bird look like? He's got bigger eyes. He's got big pupils and big retinas, right? When was the last time you saw Tweety Bird? Like, for real, when was the last time you watched Sylvester and Tweety Bird's special? Like, all these characters are so influential in our society, in our culture. Yeah, he has big pupils and big eyes. That's not Tweety Bird. But it looks like kind of a Tweety Bird character. Is that bird only in Duck Dodgers? Or is he in the Warner Brothers universe? I don't know. I don't know enough about like the universe. Like, I'm sure if I see a bunch of characters like Elmer Fudd and stuff like that, I'll recognize him for sure. But a character like that looks kind of familiar, but not familiar enough for me to pinpoint which series he would have been from. Duck Dodgers just climbed up, getting electrocuted. Love that. This show's pretty funny. Oh, cool looking monster. Doesn't that remind you of some kind of monster from Samurai Jack? The character designs are incredible. They're not lazy in this show. They're not lazy at all. And that's because of Paul Dini. 100% because of Paul Dini. You got somebody who loves his craft, loves what he's doing. You listen to him on the Kevin Smith podcast. If you guys haven't, go check it out. Anything to do with Paul Dini with Kevin Smith, go check it out. You're in for a treat. You're going to learn so much about cartoons and animation and just how normal and down to earth these people are, and how influential they were in our lives growing up. A lot of these characters you may not know, but a lot of them were designed by these guys. And yeah, it just feels good to know that Paul Dini was behind this. Feels fantastic, actually. I don't know why. It does. Something tells me they're going to go in that vent. You ever notice when there's a background and one of the pieces of the background, one of the pieces in the background is off colored, you know they're going to use it in the scene, right? That's kind of a giveaway in older cartoons. They draw the background in these nice shaded, really dark shaded cells, and then anything that's going to be animated and moving, it's a little bit lighter, off color. There's something about it that's really enjoyable. Whoa! Got blasted right through. What's he going to land in? Liquid nitrogen. Love it. I'm waiting for the explosion. Oh, no explosion. Isn't liquid nitrogen supposed to explode with heat or sunlight? Or I'm thinking of that Avalanche movie where the guy, I don't know why, but he had some liquid nitrogen in his backpack and it was getting so hot and it exploded. Giant pencil. Who remembers having a giant pencil with a giant eraser back in the 90s? You go to a dollar store today. Do they still have those? I feel like they might. I don't see why they would have stopped selling them, but I haven't seen one in a long time. Big shout out to big pencils. And big erasers, right? For big mistakes. Classic. Those erasers used to just leave pink marks everywhere. The pink erasers, there was a good brand, but then there was another one that wasn't really meant to be used. It was, you do it on the paper, you're just leaving marks and scrub everywhere. Office of the CEO. Ah, there's the pig. There's that corporate pig. Swine! It sounds like Mel Blanc. I'm wondering if it is. And they said that Mel Blanc came in for an episode, well, the series in the 80s. Now, how much Duck Dodgers is there out there? Or how much rehashing of the old voices are they using from the old series into the new one? I don't know, but that sounds like Mel Blanc. And for those of you that don't know, Mel Blanc was the voice of every character ever growing up. He did like all the freaking Warner Brother characters, Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck. I mean, let's take a look. Mel Blanc, give him a little bit of a shout out here. But for any voice actors out there, you know who Mel Blanc is. He's the godfather of voices. Let's say Mel Blanc voices. You would never think that a guy like that would do voices, right? He kind of looks like a jazz player or a trumpet player. But yeah, literally everything. Fred Flintstone. I don't know if he was Fred, but he was Barney. Bugs Bunny, Roadrunner, Sylvester, Daffy Duck, Tasmanian Devil, Woody Woodpecker. Oh, he also did the Toucan Sam from the Fruit Loops commercials. Interesting. Mr. Spacely, Elmer Fudd. I mean, the list probably goes on and on. The guy's a living legend. Dead legend, but my apologies. But he was a living legend even during his time when he was around. You can watch some old interviews with him on like Johnny Carson and stuff like that, where he pulls out the voices. It's really cool. It's really neat to see, like when you watch Bart Simpson's voice or Dan Castellaneta doing Homer Simpson. It's really nice to see the actual voice actors in person doing the voices and how they do it and how they. But Mel Blanc, when he did it, his expression was priceless. I just recommend go watch those videos online. You're in for a treat. There's Corporate Pig right there. So is that supposed to be Porky Pig or some other pig from the show? No, that's Porky Pig. Oh, he did. He did quit. Okay. He became some corporate pig. You're rehired. Now get back to work. Traveling through space. That'd be fun. Imagine traveling through space. You bring all your comic books, your video games with you. You're literally traveling through infinity, going wherever and beyond. And that would be a cool game. Like if you were going to space, not an island, but space, and you weren't coming back. Speaking of not coming back, this episode's done, guys. But if you were going down to if you're going out in space, outer space, and you had to bring yourself a bunch of stuff, let's say 5 items. And when I say 5 items, I mean you can bring your N64 in all your games. Or you can bring your DVD player in all your movies. So what are the 5 things you would bring for entertainment along the way? I'd definitely bring a camera, some kind of video camera with video and nice lighting capabilities for space. I'd bring one of those. I'd bring what consoles would you bring? I think I'd bring the GameCube. I don't know why, but I'd bring the GameCube. I feel like I would all the games, right? I'd bring a computer. I don't know if you can emulate on it, but if you want it, maybe, who knows? But no, I'd bring a computer so I can log and write some stuff. Probably bring a bunch of pictures of Earth to bring back some memories, videos and pictures of Earth. And maybe just a wide collection of books and comic books Just like a regular, I'd probably bring my my basement. I'd bring my basement on the spaceship and then go through space. I think I'd have a good time. Oh. Yeah, there you go, right here. Producers, Paul Dini, Tom Minton, Linda M. Steiner. But Paul Dini's at the top. You know he had a big say in this. Big shout out to Paul Dini. Big shout out to Mel Blanc on this fine Saturday morning. Beautiful day outside. Going to go outside and get a little fresh air. But just nice to start the day off with a little cartoon, just like the good old days. If you guys had your bowl of cereal, you know, added bonus. We'll be back tomorrow morning, hopefully, with another episode, a little Sunday special with some Sunday cartoon lineups. But until then, be good, guys. Stay healthy, you know, stay happy. Hit that big thumbs up. Shove it up your ass, right? Thanks for listening. You can find the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all your favorite platforms. Check out YouTube for retro content. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and visit toonalong.com for more info. Support us on Patreon, and we'll catch you next time.
Toon Along, yeah, you know the name. Big ideas, fun and games. Hit that play, don't miss a beat. This is the podcast where